Um, did you supply Kelly Khumalo with drugs? Was there ever any altercations based on drug money?
No, nothing at all. Because I mean, I've been clean. You know, even at the time, I was clean from drugs. Kelly herself is off drugs, so I don't know what these people are talking about. Even Kelly doesn't take drugs anymore, so it's all rubbish.
All right.
Yeah.
And one of the most frequently asked questions. And to be fair to you and some of the people who may or may not know why all of a sudden these allegations have surfaced, aside from the fact that Senzo Meyiwa's dad was on the drive making his own allegations, but there is a Twitter handle, I think it's at Advocate Barry Rue.
Yes, heard about that.
A number of things that have surfaced, and I'm going to just to clarify, get things out of the way. Did you supply Kelly Khumalo with drugs? Was there ever any altercations based on drug money?
No, nothing at all. Because I mean, I've been clean. You know, even at the time, I was clean from drugs. Kelly herself is off drugs, so I don't know what these people are talking about. Even Kelly doesn't take drugs anymore. So it's all rubbish.
All right.
Yeah.
And one of the most frequently asked questions.
Yeah, guys, I want you guys to listen to what Longwe Thala has got to say. There are quite a number of things that he said, which some of them are quite shocking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me start here. He said Kelly Khumalo was on drugs at some point because he used the word he is no longer on drugs, or no, whatever is no longer doing drugs, or whatever selling drugs. Between the two, I just don't know which one is which. That's the first thing to say. I was like, wait a minute, Longwe, what are you saying here? The second thing that he said is that his father is not a he is a powerful man. Wait, you're gonna digest that. Didn't you hear his father saying he's not a powerful man, but the son say, my father is a powerful man? Between the son and the father, who's telling the truth? Wait, as if that was not enough, take whatever I am saying to you with a pinch of salt. Just use the word allegedly. It will serve you well. But let's go on a little bit. Then there was a statement that was once released by Zandi Khumalo. The statement was released by Zandi Khumalo on her Instagram, and it was on the 7th of February 2020. In the statement, Zandi Khumalo confessed that the first time she saw drugs was because of Kelly Khumalo. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, Mapiri clean the crime scene. Wait, where are we going here? We're going somewhere. But before we get to where we're going, we need to start here. Are you interested? If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there's just few things that I'm asking from you guys. And those things are, number 1, subscribe. 2, like the video. 3, comment in the comment section below. 4, share this video. 5, watch this video until the end. 6, watch the ads. Okay, speaking about watching the ads. You know why you need to do all of that thing? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm. 63.7% of you guys watching my videos are not subscribed. And it doesn't sit well with me. One, we look, according to this report, I will only reach 34,000 by the 24th of December. And I know I will have to disappoint the stats. And we will reach 34,000 before then. Right. Guys, I was invited in a particular event by my fellow colleague. And she goes by the name of Lelo N. And in that event, I bought this book. I bought it at 480. I will suggest that you do the same thing. What about if 100 of us were to buy this book in support of another human being? I think it would be great. Don't you think so? I think so. So buy this book. Uh, you probably might not be interested in YouTube's social media thing, but I'm saying buy this book for the sake of your children. They might not be interested in social media today, but tomorrow they will be interested. They will obtain this knowledge. I will read this book, right? Once I've done reading this book, I'll give you some of the information in this book. It's just that I haven't gotten time. It's probably going to take on Sunday. I will have time. This coming Sunday, I will read this book. You know what I'm saying? So please do purchase this book, right? Support a fellow human being. Now, I want us to read a statement that was once written by Zandi Khumalo, because she loves writing. She wrote, "The first and the last time I went to jail, it was because of her, Kelly Khumalo. The first time I was questioned by police and even put on a lie detector test, it was because of her, Kelly Khumalo. The first time I saw drugs in my own eyes, it was from her sister Kelly Khumalo. Today, I know. Look, I am known as an accessory to murder, and it's because of her. I have endured so much abuse and nonsense from her, but I kept quiet because that is the type of a person I am." This post was allegedly written by Zandi Khumalo on 7 February 2020. And so, like I say, take everything that I'm about to say, or I've already said, with a pinch of salt. Use the word allegedly because it has not yet been proven. But despite the fact that it has not yet been proven, I want us to follow this. I'm going to make you listen to the entire audio where this guy is speaking. This guy, Longwe. Longwe, he's asked, why are these people not captured? His answer is, they are probably not from South Africa. They are probably from somewhere in Africa. No problem, we say. Okay, we get that. The drug issue, it's the one that stood out for me. And the information he has about Senzo Meyiwa, where did you get that? How did he die? Where were you when he was dying? How do you know he was defending Kelly and all the stuff? You know what I'm saying? How do you know all of those things? Those are some of the things that are not answered here. You know, this video was meant to create or to give clarity, but it caused more confusion. Chikotwala when he was asked about him defending Kelly, his son, he says, "I'm not a powerful man. How can I do that? Because I'm not a powerful man." The son say, "You are a powerful man." So that interview, instead of giving clarity, on clearing them, it's actually put them on the bus. If you're looking at the interview itself, you're like, Wemzala, what if I were you? I was not supposed to be conducting those interviews. Like, honestly speaking, look at everything that is being said here. Pay attention to everything here. Something does not add up. But that's just me sitting here listening to this audio. I'm going to make you listen to the entire audio and be your own judge. But as for me, hey! Hey! I don't know what's in 10. I don't know. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Fast. Hey guys, I think too. I'm full. You could have been 80. take what I say with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It has been alleged that in that house, for Zandi Khumalo to know drugs, it was because of her sister. For her to be called names, it was because of her sister. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nina. Yay! Yay! Siyatibona ngemfante ezivalo sicashile. Ngatha sinibona. Siyatibona ngemfante ezivalo sicashile. Ngathatha sinibona. Busy la nhlala umacashelana. Hide and seek, hide and seek. Hey! Hey Luna. Hey. Khuzekani. Ipeheni hantle. Khuzekani. Ithware ngihantle. People know, they know, the ones that I'm talking to, they know what I'm saying to them, to say, corner guys, going there off la. What was happening in that house? What was there? Mapiri, why did you clean the house? What is it that you did not want the police to know? I've gotten certain information that I'm not gonna share concerning that. It's a very classified information that puts one's life into more greater danger. Already, you guys, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Hey guys, ever since I took on the case of Senzo Meyiwa, there has been some death threats. There has been some threats left, right, and center, and all the stuff. It hasn't been easy. My WhatsApp being hacked at some point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't have access to the WhatsApp group that belongs to everybody here. So I don't have access to that WhatsApp and all the stuff. I get hacked. Luckily, they haven't warned. I don't know what they are looking for. And also in the WhatsApp group, guys, be careful to those who are in the WhatsApp group. I know certain information has been taken there and people have used it and they're intimidating other people as well. So a lot is happening from that WhatsApp. Other people are genuinely pursuing something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you guys, just be careful, out there. Be careful, be careful. There are people that do not want us to say what we are saying. There are people here who are very powerful people that do not want certain, there are certain channels that they hate the most. I can count them, you know what I'm saying? There are certain channels that they hate the most and they don't want, and look, my channel has no exceptions. And I also know for a fact that when it comes to those threats and all the stuff, I'm the number one on the list. I'm the most irritating person according to them as well. So, yeah, man, if you don't get what I'm saying, you'll never understand what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, man. Let me not go into details about some of the things. One thing I know, and I know for a fact, is that it's better to die for the truth than to lie to people. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be killed for the truth than to just continue lying because other people want us to continue lying, and which is not what some of us have interest on. Honestly speaking, I honestly don't have an interest in lying. Why am I lying to people? What am I gaining about lying? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so hey man, hey mina miyazi. But yeah, it's getting that hectic. It's getting that hectic. It's a bit dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit dangerous. But we look, we continue to look, yeah, because and before I even say quite a lot to you guys, let me just stop here and just tell you that I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Just know that I love you guys. That's all you have to know from me, is that I do love you guys. But before I leave, I want you guys to listen to the next video and hear what the guy or Mugai has got to say, because wow, the things that this guy is saying, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, when, yeah, when, yeah, when. You know what I'm saying? Nyakuza kuzeka. Kuzeka. Listen to what he's got to say.
We welcome you to the drive, Longwe. Thank you so much for responding to our invitation on the back of a conversation we had with your father yesterday and Senmeyiwa the day before. So how do you respond to the allegations that you killed Senzo?
I'm actually saddened that my own people can do this to me, you know. I mean, it was a robbery gone wrong, you know. I was even the coward of the day because I actually ran out as those gunmen actually came in and requested phones and money from us. I was actually the first to stand up to try and protect everyone, not realizing that the other guy was also had a gun and pointed a gun at me, and I actually ran out the door after that. After he pointed that gun at me in self-defense. From then, I was outside. I wanted to go get help, but it was late. Neighbors and everyone was sleeping. I didn't even have my phone because I left it at the house, so I couldn't call the cops. So then a fight broke loose inside because obviously Senzo was protecting Kelly because the guys were handling Kelly, requesting money and stuff from her. And then a fight broke loose. Basically, Senzo was protecting everyone and he fought the guys. Everyone in the house fought as I was outside. And then that's when the guys actually released the gunshots. And the intention, I think, was also not to kill Senzo, but they were protecting themselves because Senzo was overpowering them as he's a strong goalkeeper and was actually beating them. And that's when the bullet actually went in from the back and killed Senzo.
So, as you probably know by now, there's a lot of talk around this case,
Yes.
and there are recent allegations that have surfaced with the hashtag Senzomeyiwa on
Yes.
social media.
Yes.
But we want to just hear it from you. What actually happened on that day?
Basically, what happened, I could say, was a robbery gone wrong.
Were you in the house?
I was in the house when those two guys. I remember the two guys. One was a tall, light guy who was wearing a sporty. One was a short guy wearing a sort of khaki-ish jacket. He had dreadlocks. So when they came in, they demanded money and cell phones from us. Then I stood up because I was scared because I didn't know what was going on. Basically, I was actually probably the coward of the day. Let me put it that way. You know,
Yeah.
I stood up in because I tried to fight one of the guys in order to defend everyone and defend myself, but not knowing that he had a gun. So he pointed the gun at me. And that's when I ran out the door because I didn't know what was going to happen.
What were you all doing in the house just before these two guys entered the home?
Basically, it was the time when I was dating Zandi. I mean, I came that day innocently. I was checking the chair. You know what I mean? I didn't come to even chill. You know, I just came to pick Zandi up. But then Zandi told me, to know the mother has cooked some Sunday lunch. Can I please stay over for the lunch? So it was actually, Sunday. Can I stay over for the lunch and everything? So I was like, okay, no, why not? You know, I loved Zandi at the time. You know, I wanted also a good reputation towards the mother and everything. So I stayed. So whilst we're eating, that's when we're eating, sharing jokes and everything. And then that's when these two guys came in and requested money and cell phones from us. Yeah.
So, I mean, to your recollection, you mentioned the fact that you ran out the house. I mean, is there anything else that is quite telling that you remember from that night in terms of what happened after Senzo was shot?
Basically, I don't know what happened in the house because I was not in the house at the time. I was outside. All I heard was 3 gunshots. And then
From outside the house?
From outside the house. All I heard was 3 gunshots. But what I remember after was just chaos. Obviously, we were trying to bring Senzo back. You know what I mean? Drove him to hospital and everything, and only to find out the sad news that he had passed on. It was chaos. You know what I mean? And I'm speechless as well because
I mean, obviously, it's a case and it's an investigation. So, in terms of interactions with the police, I mean, what's been your experience with that since the incident? Have you been interacting with the police? Have they called you?
Yes, we've been investigated. We're investigated hardcore by police. They took our phones. I went in for questioning and everything.
Did you guys which phones?
Our personal cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
they hadn't taken them from you.
They took them from us, and then
the criminals, I mean.
No.
Okay.
The criminals, they couldn't take my phone because I ran out. So I had my phone in my pocket, so they didn't take my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then they took my phone and everything just to check if I've got any involvement in the murder. And they didn't find anything. We were acquitted by the police. We were actually acquitted. So I don't understand where all this is coming from.
Yeah, and to be fair to you and some of the people who may or may not know why all of a sudden these allegations have surfaced, aside from the fact that Senzo Meyiwa's dad was on the drive making his own allegations, but there is a Twitter handle. I think it's at Advocate Barry Rue.
Yes, heard about that.
A number of things that have surfaced, and I'm going to just to clarify, get things out of the way. Did you supply Kelly Khumalo with drugs? Was there ever any altercations based on drug money?
No, nothing at all. Because I mean, I've been clean. Even at that time, I was clean from drugs. Kelly herself is off drugs, so I don't know what these people are talking about. Even Kelly doesn't take drugs anymore. So it's all rubbish.
All right.
Yeah.
And one of the most frequently asked questions from our listeners on the drive after our conversation with your dad, Chico Twala, yesterday, there are about 19, if not more, tweets of people asking, why did Kelly call your father, Chico, before calling the police? How did that happen? What exactly happened?
Basically, the police were there already.
Okay, so they arrived before Chico.
The police were there already, and I don't know who called them because I was also very saddened. I was actually crying in a way because I'm a Orlando Pirates supporter myself. How can I murder my own goalkeeper, and how can I murder Senzo in front of his best friend without him coming out to get me in jail? Doesn't make sense.
One of the other massive talking points, and also the reason primarily why your father decided to speak to us yesterday, is around the gun. And one of the allegations is that the gun that shot Senzo was in fact your dad's gun. And he came on the show yesterday and he was responding to that. I mean, what's your response to how that has now played a role in compounding the allegations, the story around the gun?
Yeah, well, my father is a very powerful man. Sorry to put it this way. My father's got a lot to protect. But he doesn't walk around with bodyguards. My father carries his gun 24/7. You know what I mean? He would never make that mistake and leave his gun anywhere. He always has his gun on him. And I respect my father. Why would I take his gun and mess around with it? You know what I mean? I could never do such a thing.
Obviously, these allegations are doing the rounds and it's having an impact on your life.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
Yeah, I'm actually saddened that my own people could do this to me. I'm saddened that people just believe anything that comes from the media. The media is making money. They can write anything they want to write in order to destroy somebody, in order to gain something. But I, as a person, I'm actually very scared.
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared of that I can be arrested for killing Senzo because I know I'm innocent. I'm just scared that I can get the wrong crowd of people who can attack me for no reason.
I mean, Sam Meyi was.
I was about to say it's interesting because Sam Meyiwa is, according to him, allegedly receiving death threats. So we have no idea where that could be coming from. So. We said we'd be taking calls, but we're not taking calls. What are we doing right now?
Well, we got a lot of tweets coming in, and obviously people are asking all types of questions, and I suppose a lot of them are around what we've already been discussing around who called the ambulance. I mean, for example, and it's all in the name of clarity, quite frankly. I mean, here's a tweet from Massive_Sound saying, "Why did Kelly call Longwe's father instead of the ambulance when Senzo was shot?" I mean, do you guys have, a discussion in terms of recalling the incidents of that night as you guys looked back and came together again?
basically, I don't know why everything's on me. Kelly should also be here to actually explain her part of the story.
Maybe she should be brought into studio next.
Because I seriously don't know why everything is pointed at me. I don't know how even ambulance and stuff was called, because because Kelly was the one who drove Senzo to the hospital. I followed probably 30, 40 minutes later because I couldn't find the hospital. You know what I mean? So I don't know how other arrangements were done.
Why do you think, and I know this is a loaded question because you are not investigating this case, why do you think it is taking police so long to find what is clearly indicating to be a bunch of amateur robbers?
It's either these robbers are not South Africans, they probably skipped the country, or it's just that, well, maybe the police are just not getting their forensic investigation right. They're not working hard enough.
All right. Well, I think we've pretty much asked all the questions that people have been asking on Twitter, and we certainly appreciate you making the time to be here. We have decided not to take calls, and I do apologize to everybody who's calling in at the moment. But otherwise, he came and he said what he's had to say. So you can continue to tweet us at MoFlavorDJ, at Masachabandlovo, and be sure to hashtag the drive on Metro, and you can also hashtag Senzo Meyiwa. As it continues, I certainly hope that we find answers, and I certainly hope that someone, whoever is responsible for the death of Senzo, gets brought to book. Mo?
No, absolutely. And, I'm deeply saddened by what happened. I mean, before you go along, how do you feel about everything? The fact that Senzo's killer hasn't been found?
I feel saddened, actually, that especially that fingers are pointed at me. I feel that the police really need to get the forensic investigation right. You know what I mean? And stop pointing fingers. You know what I mean? I was just saddened that that Senzo's gone, obviously, and that my own people could also do this to me.
All right. Thank you so much, Longwe. Twala on the drive on Metro. It's time for headlines with Khupedi Dilokwe and sport news with Owen Honey.